Sunday football, brought to you by NRMA Insurance. Sit back, relax and unworry. The 200 kilowatt Toyota Orion V6 and Brute antiperspirant deodorant, still brutally male.
I won the Sunday football.
Back. You're so close as usual. What's the matter with you? Get right back. Shut up. Why?
For many years, the Penrith club gauged the success of their season on how they fared against Parramatta. Then they made finals football, then they won premierships. No longer was it little brother against big brother, but the one thing that has always remained is bitter rivalry between these two western neighbours. Good afternoon, thanks for joining us at CUA Stadium for this round 17 clash. Phil Gould, a very important clash for these sides that don't particularly like each other. Where do you see Penrith at the moment?
Well, they've got a couple of injuries to some experienced personnel, but I think this is an important one here for them this afternoon. Sunday afternoon, at home. You Parramatta blokes have always looked down on those Penrith blokes. We've spent our whole lives trying to get square with you. But I really think this Panthers side has developed in. Ever since Luke Walsh came to the club, their football looks better. They'll be a real test for the Parramatta Eels this afternoon.
Well, they have got a lengthy injury list, including Siva and Lewis, but the man that was just on screen then, Michael Jennings, comes back for his first game since Origin. One hasn't played for the Panthers since round 11. What's his influence this afternoon?
Well, he's got to be the spark. I mean, this Parramatta backline starting to look all right. There's some big-name players there. They're all tall and fast. Jennings is the speed man in this Penrith side. He's got to get himself involved in the game.
And Trent Waterhouse is their forward leader. Strong reports he might be in the New South Wales side for Origin 3. Captain the side this afternoon, and this is the lineup. Jared Sammett at fullback, Brad Ty and Junior Tia Kalippi makes his first grade debut. Michael Jennings alongside Gavin Cooper in the centres. Wade Graham and Luke Walsh is the halves pairing. Nathan Smith locks the scrum. Trent Waterhouse the captain with Frank Pritchard, Tim Grant, Paul Aiton and Frank Pulatua. And coming off their bench, Joseph Paulo and Matthew Bell, Joel Ramello and Maurice Blair. They are coached by Matt Elliott, who come up against the Parramatta side, who recorded a pretty good win last week against Brisbane. It was in the balance. They got that one late. The problem for Parramatta, Gus, this year is putting together back-to-back wins. They've only done it once, and that was early in the season.
Yeah, look, but I can't make my mind up with Parramatta, but I've got to say last week's performance was their best 80 minutes of intensity that I've seen all year. The key for them is to come out here to Penrith today and back that up. If they're thinking about finals football, if they're serious, this is a game they too would have to expect to win.
Well, Jared Hayne in outstanding form. That young man of the match last week, Daniel Mortimer, a couple of weeks ago, he's only played 4 first-grade games, Daniel Mortimer, but looks very much at home in the number 6 jersey. And he will be an important member of this lineup if the Eels are to go back-to-back. At fullback, Jared Hayne. On the wings, Luke Burt and Eric Gray. The centres are Joel Reddy. Ben Smith comes in for Christian Inu, who is out with the flu. Daniel Mortimer is the 5'8", Jeff Robson at halfback. The back row is Todd Lowry, Nathan Highmarsh, Roderick Wright comes in off the bench. Nathan Kalis captains the side, Matthew Keating and Tim Manor also into the run-on side. So dropping back, Fui Moy and Joe Nullarbau. Kevin Kingston and Jeremy Lattimore, their coach, Daniel Anderson.
So Nathan Kalis leads the Parramatta Eels out on the CUA Stadium of 38 matches they've played here at Penrith. The Eels have won 20, including the last 2, so it follows that they don't don't mind coming to Penrith to play at the base of the mountains. And after that nail-biting win over the Broncos that Peter was talking about last Sunday, the equation for the Eels making the finals now says you must win 8 of your last 10. And added to that, many of the top teams are out of the reach of Parramatta, but Penrith probably not so. They're just 3 points in front of them. There's Joel ready. He's playing game number 50 today. And you would have seen a shot there of Joel right. Was in the run on side. Jared Hayne. Brilliant last weekend, wasn't he? And his 9 tries this year represents a quarter of the total of tries scored by his side this year. So the Black Magic comes out in front of their home crowd, and some of them might be looking skywards. That's the sun. Can you believe this is their first day game of the season? In fact, they haven't played in daylight since round 25 last year. And ironically, the last time they won under the light of day was against Parramatta in this corresponding game of round 17. The shot of Trent Waterhouse, he's got the captaincy role for the 3rd time. He's batting 0 and 2. So we wish him well, and we wish him well with a good game today because he can put himself in the origin frame. And there's Jennings, he'll have to be at his brilliant best for the Panthers to get home in this one this afternoon. Of course, he hasn't played since the origin, as Pete pointed out. And the Sweats will be watching closely. So time is on, and Walsh it is the halfback for the Panthers, who starts us off from the ball marked by his opposite number and handed away to the captain, Kalis. And we'll play the ball on the first over on the eastern side of the ground with CUA Stadium basking in sunshine, 18 degrees here, and a pitch that has been perfectly prepared. Short side play, almost a little misunderstanding, but Growth it was that snapped it in. And now it's come away from Keating. He's the first dummy half, and that is Broderick Wright in 19. Strapping around the upper parts of the arm, up around the biceps on Broderick Wright. Play on the 5th tackle towards halfway for the first kick out of the Parramatta half from Daniel Mortimer. And now it's marked by Jared Salmon, and he comes back and jolted by Mortimer's tackle, and one of the top forwards involved there as well.
And interesting to see for Parramatta, Gavin Cooper takes it forward and is driven sideways. But Ben Smith, who came in for Kristen Ingle, will play the left side, centre with Luke Bird, who's played most of his football for centres on the right side. And have developed quite a relationship with Eric Growth over there, but Reddy and Bird were good last week together. They stay together. First penalty of the game against the visitors.
Jason Robinson giving the penalty against Ben Smith on that occasion for not being direct, and probably he didn't quite know whether he was a marker or back 10. And Robinson, you might have heard him say, once you grab him, I've got to penalise him. He was trying to let play go on if he could, but then he became obligated once Ben Smith got involved. Aiken taking the tap, Walsh goes across, picks up the headgear paw to it. Frank will play it now inside the 30, in the middle of the ground. It's gone on to Walsh, and Walsh waves Pritchard on the inside. Pritchard is going to play the ball now for the Panthers. So down in this red zone very early in the game. Nathan Smith from Waterhouse, Samet was there. Oh, wrong tackle by Parramatta. It's come loose and gone back, and Walsh has got it on to Pritchard. 2 metres out from the line. Heavy tackle on Waterhouse, but the ball came out the back. Now it's gone from Aiken, gone to Walsh, and quick hands to Jennings, and Jennings is a metre from the line. Play back again for Aiken. It's time to go away, and over the line goes to the Panthers, Timmy Grant. Grant has scored. Well, how easy was that in the final wash-up?
Well, it was way too easy. It came after some strong defence from Parramatta in the preceding tackles. But they seem to rush up quickly here and pay no real attention to the man who gets the football. They all thought it was going outside. Grant could have caught it even wider. And Tim Grant caught the football and was able to just force his way across, slam it down. A wonderful start under the sunshine for that man and his team.
It was the low tackle that did it. The first man went in low, and everyone else missed over the top because he fell so quickly, and then this long, lean thing just reached out with a big reach and planted it over the line. Front rowers have made a habit